This is the video essay questions based on movement for my biology class. Video essay questions 1, I believe it is. So for the first one, you need to distinguish or describe the extension of the arm. Extension in movements basically means to increase the angle of the joint, but also increase the distance between the bones. So standing from the side, I feel like it'd be best if you were looking at it from the side like this. Extension of the arm would basically be to move the arm backwards like this. That would be extension of the arm because you're increasing the angle of the joint, but you're moving it farther away from other bones. So this would basically be extension of the arm. For the second one, we have flexion of the knee. Flexion is basically the opposite of extension. It decreases the angle of the joint, but it also decreases the distance of the bones. So flexion of the knee would basically mean this, like you're bending your knee up like that. You're increasing that angle, but you're also decreasing the distance. You're bringing it closer to other bones, if that makes sense. That's my understanding of it. Adduction of the wrist. So basically adduction means to bring something towards the midline of the body, which is here. So if you're standing like this and you have your wrists like this and you bend them inwards like that, that would be adduction because you're bringing them closer or you're pointing them towards the midline. That's my understanding of that one. Depression of the mandible. I'm pretty sure that's like basically self-explanatory. You just open your mouth like that. Basically you're depressing the mandible, so basically that would just mean like holding your mouth open. Dorsiflexion of the foot is the 5th one. Basically that means to move the foot inwards where the superior part of the foot is pointing towards the shin. So basically I'm gonna back out of the camera and bring my foot up like that. So basically this is regular, like how I would be standing. If you do that, that would be dorsiflexion because you're bringing that superior part of the foot, which is the top, and you're pointing it more towards your shin. So that would be the 5th one. The 6th one is circumduction of the arm, and this one's really complicated to me. I understand it, but at the same time I don't. It's basically a combination of flexion, extension, adduction, and abduction. So basically, the way that I've seen it being done is this, right here, exactly like that. Because you're adducting and abducting the arm by, that, and then flexion and extension, that's basically you're increasing and decreasing the distance, just like right there in the middle. So it's not all the way up here and it's not all the way down here, it's like right there in the middle. So I'm sure that's why it would be a combination. That one's always been really kind of complicated for me to understand, but that is the official representation of that, would be like that, because it's a combination of several other movements. Pronation of the arm. Basically, if you're in an anatomical position like this and you do this to your arm, that's pronation, turning it around to where it's the other side. The opposition of the thumb. Okay, basically if you have your hand like this and you bring your thumb in towards your pinky, that would be opposition of the thumb, because that's, opposite direction. Number 9 is abduction of the arm. So basically, that's literally pulling your arm away from the midline. So like that. That's basically abduction right there. And finally, we have number 10, which is medial rotation of arm. Basically, you're rotating your arm, so medially, so that would be bringing it more like this. Rotating your arm to be medial with your body. That is my description of that one. So that is all of them done. And yeah, thank you for